Someone didn't listen, and they were shocked when you walked away. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family. Someone did not listen, but they were shocked whenever you walked away. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I will leave you. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I will leave you. Now, family, y'all know I'm all for love. I'm all for family, friends. I am for togetherness, period, because I believe that there are strength in numbers, and I believe that we are stronger together. That is my honest opinion and my true feelings. However, y'all, I'm also about peace. I'm also about respect. I'm also about loyalty. I am also about understanding that if something does not serve you, and even if you're not serving that thing or that person, you should not be around it, and they should not be around you. Why is that, Reno? Because at this point, you're wasting your time, their time, you're wasting your energy, their energy, and you're just wasting their efforts and your efforts. So with that being said, family, if that relationship is not serving you, you must walk away from it. If that friendship is not serving you, you gotta walk away from it. If that job, yes, y'all, I said job, is not serving you, you must walk away from it. Now, obviously, I'm not telling you to walk away from a job and don't have a way to provide for yourself or your children. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is, y'all, is that make sure you have a plan. Make sure you have a blueprint. And make sure you have some money saved up before you make a decision as such, right? But the point is, y'all, is that people stop listening to you, right? And when they stop listening to you, this is when it's time to go. Imagine you being on a job and you're telling your boss or your manager, hey, I know what's going on out here on this line. People are not working. People are not, taking the job serious. People out here on their phones, whatever the case is. And let's just say you take it to them. You're letting them know that, hey, this is hurting the business, right? I'm not trying to overstep my boundaries, but I'm just helping out with information and letting you know what's going on because I'm out there. I'm in the field. Well, if they're not listening, it's only so long you're going to be able to keep talking to them before you say, you know what, I throw my hands up, right? Before you say, you know what, let me just move on. Let me just hop outside of this expertise, or let me hop outside of this subject, because obviously they don't think that I know what I'm talking about. When a person stops listening to you, there's no communication and there's no type of relationship. You have to move forward. When there's no relationship, no communication, no anything, you gotta move forward. And that's the same thing with this right here, y'all. They didn't listen and you walked away. You can only talk to yourself for so long, is what I'm trying to say. You can only talk to yourself for so long, all right? But with that being said, y'all, we ain't gonna do no babbling. We're gonna get directly into it. As y'all can see, we are outside, connected with nature, all right? The trees are flowing. People are out. It's many more people out here today, y'all. And it's pretty good out here. Typically, it rains. It's been raining all week. I'm talking about heavy. Okay, but luckily, I'm able to do a video out here. And the waterfalls are out, y'all. People are walking around. Nature is naturing, as always. All right. But family, let's go ahead and get directly into this. Y'all leave a thumbs up on this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Number one, y'all, this is what I want to say. This is the reason why you walked away, okay? I'm going to give y'all some confirmation points, things that y'all already know. Or sometimes, y'all, people don't know. Sometimes people say, I don't know why I did it. I don't know why I broke up with her. I don't know why I had to divorce my husband or my wife. I don't know why I left that group, right? Understand something, y'all. I'm going to tell you why you walked away, okay? Number one, communication became draining, all right? Communication became draining. Yeah, y'all, we're going to talk about it. So communication is the most important part of a relationship. It is the most important part of a business. It is the most important part of a team. It is the most important part of a family. Communication, all right? Now, there are 3 levels of communication. Number one is speaking. Everybody has a word. Everybody and their mama got to tell you something. But don't nobody get to the second step, which is listening. You have to listen, all right? If you're not listening, then no one is able to comprehend effectively, all right? And the third point, y'all, is the third level of communication is understanding. You will never be able to get to the last point or the last level of communication, which is understanding, if you don't listen, all right? Reno, why are we talking about communication right now? See, communication gets draining when you feel like you keep pouring out everything on the table, but no one is hearing it. No one is paying attention to it. No one values it. No one think that it is something of substance or even significant. So what it does is it begins to drain you. Imagine pouring from a cup, right? And as you're pouring from the cup, it gets lower, 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 lower until you don't have no more. This is how it operates. When you are communicating with someone, and if they are not listening, at some point it begins to drain you. I'm talking about you putting your best foot forward. You giving them your best stuff. You using quotes. You are using your life experiences. You're implementing God. You're leading with logic and not emotion. Yet they still don't get it. What does this cause you to do? It causes you to walk away. You have to, because the communication is draining. Communication is utilized to move people, things, businesses, entities forward. The list goes on. Organizations forward. When people throw live events and they have a speaker, I guarantee you the people that are inside of the building, if that speaker was to visit them individually, if they are on the same path, it's going to discourage him or her from speaking to them. Why? Because it seems as if my words are not getting through to you. I can only keep giving you hour lectures, 30-minute lectures. I can only keep giving you, information on top of information. Lectures on lectures. Vocabulary, dictionaries on dictionaries. It's only so much I can give you before I say, you know what? I give up. This is too draining. The point is, y'all, is that the communication became draining. Therefore, you lost hope in that relationship, in that marriage, in that job, in that business, in whatever it was, y'all. And you had to walk away because you was not moving forward. All right? You were not moving forward, and neither were they. Number two, they stopped appreciating you, okay? They stopped appreciating you. Family, I don't care who you are, male or female. I don't care if you are a goblin, an alien. I don't care who you are. You want to be appreciated, okay? I don't care if you gave a person an acorn. You want to be appreciated for that acorn, all right? My little niece gave me a penny the other day, and she was like, Uncle, what you supposed to say? What I'm saying is, y'all, is that no matter how small or how big the task was, you are supposed to appreciate someone. See, the thing is, y'all, you've been given to them for too long. You have been pouring into them for too long. And you have been around them for far too long. To where now they think what you do is regular. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I ain't regular. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I ain't regular. Because you're not. I was listening to Shannon Sharp podcast earlier today, and he was speaking about, I'm sorry, y'all, not Shannon Sharp. I was listening to his podcast, but David Banner on the Shannon Sharp podcast, he was saying that I'm so appreciative, bro. He kept saying, I'm so appreciative. And as he began to express why he was appreciative, he said, man, Snoop Dogg is my real friend, right? He said Samuel Jackson is my real friend, right? But he goes forward to say this. He says, I still look up to those guys. Like, Samuel Jackson is my real friend, but bro, don't get it twisted. That's Samuel Jackson. right? That's Samuel Jackson. He said, that's why I preach to myself and teach to myself to remain appreciative for each day I'm living, right? I mean, that goes for people who are successful when it comes to financially. You can have so much money, so much prestige, and, so much convenience to where you forget where you came from and you stop appreciating it. But sticking to this point with, David Banner, he was basically saying that I'm very aware that I have A-list celebrities as my best friends. I have people who I looked up to in this game as my friends. And I don't lose sight of who they are. I continuously appreciate them for being who they are in my life, although they look up to him too. And so what I'm saying to y'all is this right here, y'all. When it comes to a person who stop appreciating you, it's because they stop seeing you as a person of value. They stop seeing you as a person of significance, right? So they start looking at the things that you do as like a obligation. They gain this indirect entitlement. It's like you're supposed to do this type of mentality. You're going to do this type of mentality. And they forget the fact that, I am a man of integrity. I'm a woman of loyalty. You can't buy that. Don't treat me like you can just go get it anywhere, right? I'm a man who feeds you. I'm a man who builds you. I'm a woman who cooks and cleans for you. I'm a woman who not only, supports you, but I'm cooperative. I'm trying to build with you. I'm a partner. I'm not eating off of you. They will tend to forget that. And it causes them to have this entitlement attitude and ultimately stop appreciating you, right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, you better appreciate me while you can. You know why, y'all? Because if they can't appreciate your presence, you have to let them feel your absence. But here's the kicker. If your absence does not affect them, then your presence never mattered, right? So understand that, y'all. When a person, when people, when a job, family, when they stop appreciating you, your job is up. Your time is up with them. Your job has been done, okay? And on an accountability note, I got to say this. Sometimes we let people get too comfortable, right? We let people get too comfortable because we begin to do the thinking for them. We let people slide. We allow them to do this. We allow them to do that, hoping that they're going to get it, and they never get it, right? Just a little accountability check, y'all. I had to play God's advocate there. However, y'all, it does not make it right. The point is, they stopped appreciating you, and you felt it immediately, which causes you to have to walk away. You have to. Number 3, y'all. They treated you like an option and not a priority, all right? They treated you like an option and not a priority. See, when people think that you are an option, they treating you like, I can have access to you whenever I want. You are always available, okay? You are an option. You know what? If I'm a millionaire and I have 10 cars, and let's just say 5 of them is a Lamborghini, we got a McLaren, we got a Ferrari, we have a BMW and a Benz. I can get a little picky if I want to. You know what? I'm going to drive the Benz, not the McLaren today. You know what? I'm going to drive the McLaren and not the Lambo today. I'm going to drive the BMW and not the Benz today. The point is, y'all, is that when people begin to treat you like an option, it's time for you to walk away, right? And so when a person treats you like a priority, let me expound on that. I don't mean that you are the only priority, you are the only significance in their lives, and they must worship you and praise you, and they must jump to your aid. That's not what I'm saying. Let me make sure I make that clear, y'all, because that's actually narcissism, right? That's actually narcissism. What I am saying is this right here, y'all. Our priority is, hey, baby, look, I'm going to give you a call right back. Let me take care of my business. That's a priority. Hey, baby, this the woman talking, y'all. Hey, baby, me and my family, we got to do some things, but as soon as I get done, I'm going to give you a call right back. That's a priority because we're still communicating, okay? You're still letting me know what's going on. I'm just throwing examples out there, but y'all get the point. When a person treats you like a priority, they are implementing you in their schedule. Some people treat you as if you can be in my schedule or you cannot. You can be around me or you cannot. When you find yourself in those circles, what I am saying is it is best to walk away, and that's why you did, all right? Number 4, y'all, your presence became mundane. Your presence became mundane, all right? For those who don't know what mundane means, mundane is like showing a lack of interest, right? Not exciting. I'm probably paraphrasing the definition, but that's pretty much what it is. Lack of interest and not really exciting. You remember in the beginning, whenever you came around, he couldn't wait to get you a flower. He couldn't wait to buy you a drink. He couldn't wait to tell you those corny jokes, right? Or she couldn't wait to show you how happy she was to be in your presence. She couldn't wait to buy you a shirt. You know, she couldn't wait to just get around you. And when women love men, y'all, they act like little kids, right? Like little babies on the inside. It's like they just can't wait to get around you, and they show it in their actions. They may twirl their hair, and they may always be laughing and just being very attentive, right? And of course, with the man, he's always going to do his best to show you how much he cares. He's going to always make you feel special, right? But when that stops, okay, this goes for a friendship, family, whatever the case is, y'all. When that stops, this lets you know that you have officially become boring to them. And family, I'm going to put it like this, y'all. Maturing is realizing that no relationship, right? No relationship is going to always be glitz and glamorous. That's when you realize that you have matured. It's not going to be like it is on social media. You look on social media and nobody have no mistakes. Everybody posting a highlight reel. And you get to your relationship, your friendship, your family, and you start looking like, well, man, look at the Johnson family over there. They living a life. And you don't realize that, no, you're only watching their highlight reel. Stop comparing yourself to that. Well, what are you saying right now? What I am saying is that when your presence has become mundane, this means that it's time to walk away. Because now you feel like I just said in point 3, is that you feel like I am an option and no longer a priority, right? You feel like you have the option to call me, or you have the option to call someone else. You have the option to be around me, or you have the option to be around someone else. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Your presence became mundane. When you are around people, y'all, I'm not going to say always, but for the most part, it should be a sense of enjoyment, all right? It should be a sense of enjoyment. See, quiet and peace are two different things. Let me break those down, y'all. When things are quiet, it just means it's silence. You don't hear anything. But when things are peaceful, it means that there's still a sense of enjoyment, but there's no noise. I'm talking about mental noise, emotional noise, okay? And physical noise. But see, quiet is only physical noise. Rena, where are you going with this? See, when people are around you and they treat you this way, they may say, I'm just being quiet so you can work. They may say, I'm just being quiet so you can focus. But really, that's gaslighting, right? And they are still causing noise in your mind because they are around you with this chaotic energy and you can feel it. Why? Because to them, your presence has become mundane. Their mind is somewhere else, but their body is with you. So they really rather be somewhere else, but they are only there with you because maybe you do something for them. They can benefit off of you, right? But it shows in their actions that your presence is only mundane. They frown up when they see you. Don't even know it, right? So I can go on and on about this, y'all, but y'all get the point. The point is your presence has become mundane. Number 5, y'all, it's going to be this right here. You became invisible and silent. You became invisible and silent. This means that you are around blind eyes and deaf ears. Let me say it once again, y'all. You were around blind eyes and deaf ears, right? So when people stop seeing you, they stop seeing your beauty, your handsomeness. They stop seeing you for, what they used to see you for in the beginning. They stop realizing how important you was. They stop seeing you. They stop seeing your gift, your talent. They stop seeing how lovable you are. They stop seeing it, right? But it's funny because they can go on social media, look on TV, go out in public, and see somebody immediately because they've been around you for so long. But to them, it's new and fresh. You are invisible to them, but someone else is just as bright as the sun, right? When you have become silent, what I'm saying is, y'all, is that they don't hear you no more. You can tell them that the sky's about to fall down and it's $1 million in it. They won't believe you. They don't hear you. Your words are not valuable anymore to them. You almost have to speak life or death for them to even pay attention to your words, right? And once you get to this point, y'all, they are clearly not listening, and they're going to be shocked whenever you walk away, all right? So don't be afraid to walk away, y'all. Don't be afraid or embarrassed to start over. And don't allow people to feel like you need them. And the funny thing is, y'all, I'm not even talking about financially. Us chosen ones, y'all, most of us are financially dependent, but we can be emotionally dependent on someone else. Make sense of what I'm saying? But let them know. You don't need them emotionally, mentally. You can survive out here on your own, all right? But family, I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Y'all already know how we do. Y'all make sure y'all get one of those Yes Sir t-shirts. Go over to the Rich Mentality Academy, okay? Y'all be sure to get one of those hoodies. Book a one-on-one session with your boy. Or y'all can check out any one of those books, all right? I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace.